Tannhäuser is the quintessential Wagner work. It encapsulates the dichotomy between Wagner, the sensualist, and Wagner, the aspirer towards religious purity. Tannhäuser is a relatively early work of Wagner, being the next one after The Flying Dutchman, and it's the work that Wagner was really never fully satisfied with. He revised it drastically for Paris in the 1860s, and I think one of the reasons is that it contains everything that is the essence of Wagner's work. And without the music of Tannhäuser, even in its first version in 1845, we would have no Tristan and Isolde. I mean, the way he writes for the cellos in the overture and the music of longing that is expressed is very much a step towards Tristan. And we have these two extraordinary worlds of the Venus world, of Tannhäuser experiencing every sensual pleasure that a human being can experience, but he's now reached satiation point in his longing for the purity of the woods and the sound of church bells and normal people. And so he finally calls upon Maria at the climax of his duet with Venus and finds himself back, so to speak, in the land of the normal living in the Wartburg. The character of Tannhäuser is torn right down the middle, and you have on the one hand you've got Venus, and on the other hand you've got Elisabeth, who is seemingly the pure ideal of the medieval minnesingers, and of course it's only Tannhäuser's song, which is so filled with longing and sensual expression, that appeals to her. So again, you've got this dichotomy that Elisabeth, who might seem to be a pure religious being, has her sexual feelings deeply stirred by Tannhäuser. But of course, in this society, he has broken all the laws. And so in the end, she becomes the redemptive woman, the redemptive spirit, and she really dies in order to rescue his soul. So Elisabeth is a colossal character and force. The way she stands up in Act 2 against the whole united force of all the men turning against Tannhäuser and the ladies fleeing the hall in horror is magnificent. I must say another thing about the music of Tannhäuser. It's full of wonderful arias and tunes. And of course, it is already Wagner continuous, but you can recognize solo arias much clearer than, say, in the later works. And I mean, it's got highlights for Tannhäuser's Song to Venus. You've got Elisabeth's Greeting to the Halls, which is very, very famous. You've got Wolfram, who is Tannhäuser's greatest friend, who loves Elisabeth as he does, but recognizes that he must renounce this love because it's Tannhäuser whom she loves. He sings the most beautiful, beautiful arias, especially in Act 3, the one to the Evening Star, which I think people coming to Tannhäuser may not know the whole work, but they will recognize so many beautiful melodies like the Pilgrim's Chorus as well, and be amazed at what an incredible piece Tannhäuser is. And without Tannhäuser, there would have been none of the later Wagner. We have a big challenge in 2016 for Tannhäuser. It's a chorus work, it has offstage horns, and it is a really difficult piece because we've got to unify the different styles of Wagner's composition. As I was coming over to Longborough, here I have the score, and I just went fairly quickly through the score, and I had a drive of 40 minutes. I was not driving, by the way, and I was overwhelmed by what met my eyes. So the thrill of tackling Tannhäuser is already beginning to fill me at this moment.